What's popular, YouTube? Another day, another demo. Number 11. Is it getting hot in here? It's pretty steamy, isn't it? It's pretty steamy. Everyone's favorite player's coming up next. Today is the day. You know what I mean? A few people called it. I'll give you that clue as well. A couple people called it. A couple people could see it coming. I can see the top 10 list now in the comments. They're there. And I get They're there. And where are you? Are you using XPlay? So before we spoil the rest of this top 20, I'd like to tell you about the sponsor of this video, xplay.gg. XPlay is a site that you can start your day on. Cat Cow, Morning Coffee, and XPlay. Open it up and find a bespoke list of CSGO servers that allows you to do everything you normally do in your warm-up while keeping track of stats. Also, make sure to play and get through all the challenges and climb those leaderboards. Find a bespoke list of CSGO servers that allows you to do everything you normally do in your warm-up. B-Hop, Retake, Surf, KZ, and even a special section for custom bots that they've made. These are bots that can be played at 3 different levels: medium, hard, and cheater. If you're feeling nuts, of course. All of these are a great way to warm up a piece and sharpen your aim and crosshair placement for the day without going up against toxic all-chat ragers. What fun. Make sure to support the channel and check out this great service for CSGO players. XPlay all day. Link in the description to join up. Okay, so let me know below who you think is today's special guest, huh? Okay, it's another player. No. I don't want to give a good... I'm going to give a spoiler here. This player's name is 8 letters. This player is fresh on the scene. He's new. This player was the first player from his country to make it to the major. This player writes his name in all caps lock. This player was the #1 player of the year across all matches and everything. Just want to throw them all together in terms of rating for opening kills. You guessed it, baby. It's Yekindar. Yes. The most infamous entry fragger of the year. The guy who's pretty much in his role as like the #1 person you think about right now. The guy who's doing it on native as well, Yekindar. The #1 rated player just across everything for just for the sake of numbers, for what it's worth. In everyone's mind, you're thinking about it. But yeah, he was even in terms of even in terms of attempts. Art last year, for example, I think last year was by far and away the highest by a huge margin in terms of attempts. And Yekindar's a percent behind him, which is nuts. Considering compared to most other players at this level. Yekindar's been doing it in Europe as well all year long. Surprised to see how much money this team made this year, actually. They pulled in like 270 grand or something like that. Pretty impressive stuff. Yekindar was totally nuts, and I think was very solid on LAN. Stockholm was okay for him. I think, it's 1.09 across the map. Like, it was good, actually, and the challenger stage was super solid. I just think just so many quality games that I can remember out of him. So many impressive standout matches where everyone was like, how's he going to do on LAN? Totally fine. I mean, this guy was actually competing in combat sports in real life. These kinds of players actually found out that Bit competed in combat sports for 8 years. When I hear about players who have done that or have especially professional experience or semi-professional experience in sports, I'm thinking they have an edge when it comes to LANs and LAN environments in terms of what you might guess about them. It's not always going to be true, but I think with him, I was more expecting him to be comfortable under the pressure. And you could see him yelling in the group stages across at people and stuff. It was sick. He brought the energy. So yeah, the super consistent, passes the eye test, extraordinary in his role, brings a lot of good vibes to Virtus Pro. Super popular player, as well as this ultimate mode of aggression and a direction that VP didn't have before, and solid. I mean, didn't fall off versus good opponents either. So huge. 1.36 impact rating. I don't really like talking about HLTV's impact rating. I don't think it makes a ton of sense sometimes, but when it's rating highly, it's usually right. That's what I've found. But situations where it's not rated properly, where people have lower impact ratings. But anyways, his worst stat here is DPR. It's who he is. He's not doing this with an op, so it's less damning, and I think comes with the territory if you're Yekindar. He's the guy. He's the mercenary. He's in the trenches. He's got the helmet on. He's running at your opponents. And in this game, he's running at Liquid on the CT side. of Inferno. So yeah, 17 and 6, 1.97, tons of impact, beautiful map overall. We're here to watch it. Yekindar, let's get into the game. We get in it, yes we do. Here we are into the game with Yekindar. I'm gonna say it wrong a couple of times. Yekindar, Yaki Boy, Yakmeister, Yaktopolis, the Yak, Yaki, Yaki Chan. He used to do Taekwondo, which I know that's Korean, and Jackie Chan is Chinese, but he did Taekwondo. Maybe Jackie Chan knows Taekwondo. I don't know what he trained in, actually. No idea. I don't think it was Wing Chun. All right, why are we talking about this, man? This is about how when one man knows Taekwondo, the other team will not stand a chance. That's what this is about right here. So, Yekindar, I'm just going to say his name incorrectly sometimes. Yekindar. I've spent the entirety of 2021 saying Yekindar. So, I know it's pronounced Yekindar, but I might say it incorrectly, so going to use this entire pistol round to go over that, basically. Yaki Boy. Yeah, this was 510, right? Okay, so why are you watching this? Because on opening kills, Yekindar is the #1 player in the world on the year. If you go down to just the lands and stuff like that, it's simple because of the a success rate, I should say. But on attempts, he wasn't the highest percent on attempts in the world. He just had a nice combo of rating, attempts, and success. But he was only 1% off of the total attempt rate of art. Less than 1%. Which, what we saw last year was no one was even close on opening kill attempts to art. And he was by far better on the success rate as well. So that put him in #1 on the world. So he is the entry fragger that we want to talk about. And the cool part is a lot of that magic happens over on the T side. CT side, you don't really get to choose as much how many opening kills you take, unless you are art and you are willing to run down the map on both sides of it to meet in the middle in the first 20 seconds. But sometimes on CT side, you aren't going to be able to get opening kills because a team can avoid you, right? That's part of it. Yekindar plays on 1920 by 1080 native, baby. It's my favorite part of the list. Should have put them all the way up even. Robs, Yekindar. We stand our native players. Not thoughts, not feathers. Resolution. You know what I'm saying? All right. What's your guys' New Year's resolution? Better be native. 1920 by 1080. Or the GOAT res 1280 by 960. Let's make this deagle happen. That'd be crazy, huh? For the fans. You know there's someone mini. There's always someone mini late round. Oh, he's not mini. Is he? Could still be. Big pit, he's big pit. Big pit, I'm guessing big pit. Ah, I want to know. That's okay. It's okay. You have to watch the demo to go find out. Watch it on X-Ray. We don't do that, though. We watch it POV only, baby. So, yeah, the deal is, if you watch this game, it feels like there was just so many games this year that we got to see how good other players were versus Liquid, you know what I mean? Ah, okay. So that's the Hobbit molly they throw at the top. Some people are calling it molly Hobbit. It's just the molly that lands on the corner. It can molly the Opera off, the Riflers. So Yekindar is waiting specifically for that so he can make his play with the flash as well. It's supposed to be a very tricky maneuver right there, but he doesn't get the kill. Unfortunate. 5-13, all right? This is why we're watching this game, to look at the power of Yekindar. You know what's wild is that... Okay, well, I mean... well, okay, like we're just here to witness the power of Yekindar. I won't say more than that. I watched this game live. I just came back to look for it to talk about Yekindar because I think he in terms of like when I thought about Rops on this list and a couple other players, I do really feel bad about not getting Frozen on this list. I won't lie, but you live and you learn. You know, you live and you learn. I had. I don't know if I'm spoiling now, but I don't have Blame F on my list. I don't have Frozen. Frozen, I kind of feel bad about. Blame F, I mean, it's just, nah. Like, He didn't even have a real team all year. He gets good stats no matter what. He wasn't doing anything, you know. He wasn't playing badly. Had a good fall final and stuff, but it just, I was like, there's just, why would we put a, I don't know. It didn't really make sense to me. Didn't even have a real team basically at any point in the year. 14-5, man. There's no chance that VP come back from this. Zero chance. 0.1% chance. No way. It actually, what, 14-5? I don't remember that. All right, so it's not the T side where we know he does work some magic, but it's the CT side. We're trying to learn a little bit about Banana and how to take duels and how to scare the hell out of your opponents. Look at the confidence, okay? And that is what defines Yakindar in 2021. He's the king of confidence. He said he knocked out like 3 people in Taekwondo or something. He's a black belt, actually. You know what I learned, actually? Bit did combat sports. Look at the confidence, man. Look at the confidence. He's controlling everything here, and it's just about how he doesn't back off Banana after all that pressure comes on. Someone at log, someone playing peek in the half wall. No smoke for himself. No teammate beside him or anything like that. Just staying there taking the fights. Okay, let's move forward. Let's take a look at what happens this round. Actually, you know, a lot of these games I'm talking narratives and stuff like that. I think this demo might actually be really good to just learn a thing or two about approaching Banana. But it's also a player, you don't want to try this at home, you know? You want to learn, but you don't want to try this at home, not completely. Gotta like that he has his own clock for holding grenades. Of course, when Butster's nades come out, it brings your opponents forward sometimes because they are like, oh, that's the HE combo. There's only 1 HP on Banana this round, so Yukinder throwing one late is very nice and tricky as well. I've already seen a couple of cool things here with Utility. Let's see what the JMM4 can do. They're going to take it fast. Yeah, they're coming up with the exact good movement here. Can't get the kill, but he's got the teammates, and he does a good amount of damage. 90 damage to 2 players. We take those. 7-14, man. Liquid wouldn't... You're not even sweating. Wait, James got opening kill? Okay, let's see. A new mode of aggressions. Yakindar is coming down Banana. He's coming down Banana fast, like Verstappen. All right, I'm not caught up. I watched a little bit of Drive to Survive, but I don't follow the sport, and I've only watched Drive to Survive. So yeah, like Verstappen, he's coming down Banana like Verstappen. But he's not Verstappen. He's not Stappen. You know, he's never Stappen. Sorry. Some people care about this sport. I'm just like, haha, race car go vroom. This angle right here on top of the sandbags, very powerful. You know, very powerful. It's a very nice angle. And you can fall back behind it as well, which is the big thing. You can get off it silent, and you have angles here that are very good as well. Okay, let's see what he does. They try to catch him. Wow. Okay, stepping right in front of that. Oh, they're just, look how frisky they're being with all this. He's moving over sandbags now. Okay. They're jumping up. My goodness, my goodness. Can he get 2? That would be too much. Wow, the incendiary to help him escape. That's such nice utility usage here from VP overall. All the supporting grades for Yukinder and Yakindar. And you can know, and what's cool is that, like, this stuff, it feels simple, right? It feels like, oh, this is just easy. Like, you're always supposed to do this. But it's a lot harder to execute when you have a CT on the top of Banana, and different things can happen at a moment's notice when a team is approaching you. You don't know exactly what they're going to do. But everything was going off without a hitch. You got to let that escape Molotov, a good car flash when he wants to repeak. Very fluid, actually. Super impressive stuff. Apart from the actual shooting. But yeah, that just looks like they're just weaponizing Yakindar very well here. Yakindar walking just to not to alarm the other team that much with the multiple pairs of footsteps. Kicker puts on his elephant boots, but it's okay. Can they win? This would be an insane round to win. No way they win this, right? A couple of flashes. Okay, let's see how they scale. Yakindar kicker will take a peek. No, he won't eat, actually. Oh, big Jamathan. Jame Payne, baby. Jamie boy. No way they pulled that off. Yo, VP are so annoying. In a good way. Team's looking good. This is a nice look overall for VP. Sanji reinforcing B. Okay, let's see. We've seen a lot of action right now from the Yakindar over here on this side of the map. found a timing. He's gonna tuck. Oh my god, this guy does not care. It's like he doesn't even look down with the way that he plays. He just thinks like, I need the timing now. He's not scared of taking any incendiary damage. Prioritizing timings basically is what the message I'm getting here from Yekindar. I think this is pretty yucky in a good way. You know, like Sloppy Joe's. Clean with it. Oh, this is where you got the casters start talking. They're like, all right, okay. Yeah, and you press tab, you're like, oh wow, he's back. Whoa, double digits. You know, story starts changing. This is where it is for a caster right here. Story starts changing dramatically, drastically, exponentially, excruciatingly. A ladder that's foreverly. Space shuttle-y. A millionfold. Yucky Yakindar. You let a, oh man, look how much he takes. So oh man, look, see, that's a perfect example of what I was saying last round. He's prioritizing timings over everything else, and you can see why. So he just took molly damage again this round, 2 licks of it. But he's trying not to come out right after the molly comes out and then get on top of logs and all this stuff. The timing is so small, right? Liquid are thinking the same thing, except they're coming out right after their molly's done. Yekindar says, I take 10 damage here. I might get a player turned around. These little risks. But it's nicely done. Way to retake onto A. Let's continue watching. Okay. He knows he's scared them enough. He said, okay. And now they have to go A. Oh, nightmare situation. They can't come back. No bomb here. Yeah, they're going to go save. Nicely done. Beautiful play here. I just... yeah. I can remember a couple of rounds here towards the end. I remember I didn't get to see the whole half because I thought the game was over. But you can see where all the power is coming from. Who the butt muscles of the team are. It's Yekindar. Right? Remember when Quentin Rampage Jackson went on that sports science show and he was explaining how where you get the strength for punching? It's all in the butt. So Yekindar's the butt. Yekindar. Except if he does Taekwondo, it's the kick, the Hao Rang. I did Taekwondo as well. I got an orange belt. Don't look up how far that is. Nice break control. Now you're frustrated, right? You're liquid. Can go A, can go B. He's everywhere. See the nades again. This is interesting. Well, okay. This guy just doesn't afraid of anything at all. He's so sure someone's around. Okay. That spam through the smoke's key, okay? Because on your way back, someone can sit in there. If you don't see anyone banana, you think they might be there. Spam that smoke. If you're a pro listening, this, you know, Art might be sitting in that smoke. Stanislav might be in that smoke. Stewie might be in that smoke. Who are some players that would be in that smoke? There's a lot of players who will just crouch in that smoke and wait and transition it into the top of banana. Okay. Yekindar will spot. See, James up top. The trade is good. Wow. And that's James going down. Okay, now all eyes on him. Where's the route? He's getting out going CT. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Was there already action on A site? This seems crazy. I don't know. You gotta be careful with this rotation because they can hear you here too. You know, if they're on top of banana. I guess he's just so sure he had time, but why I'm surprised is not like, you know, stacking or whatever. It's when the reason I'm a little surprised is because they still had 3 players on A, but maybe they thought the exec was coming. But Liquid, they're going too slow, huh? Oh, they're. Oh wait. Let's see. Is that it? They can plant. Okay. They needed that over the site or into pit, something like that. Can we pull the retake off? He's got to go tugboat mode. Let's see how he approaches here. Can still be tucked back sight. Gonna skip graveyard and just hope. And big pit is the one. Okay, Elish goes down. Still one big pit and mini. Oh my god, is he gonna win this? Here if you tuck. Okay, Naflay, nicely done. Oh, 15th round. But it was close. It was close. That was a nice swing by Naflight, though. You got to respect that. NT. Always change up the grenades. They go kind of late on banana grenades, which is good. They you know, one big round where they did that. Whoa, they did that fast, man. That was a solid run boost. That was such value right there. 2 steps and you go flying. They just launched him like a catapult. That was like when you put a Pepto-Bismol in a Pepsi. Right there. He hit him 91 and 16 right there. Every bullet. They're still coming for it. Oh my god, he ran all the way out and came back. I was out with the car flash. He'll wait. Still a lot of bullets in the mag. I don't know if there's any more supporting utility. Let's see the approach. Could clear car, let's see. Okay, no one's there. That's good info. We didn't see a head, right? What was that, a lamp? Scary, man. When someone's here willing to just peek banana all the time, very powerful tool for you. It's just not everyone can do it, and the confidence just boiling over this game, right? So you gotta push that to its limits. Pretty perfect half so far, right? I mean, not anything that's like he's an aggressive player, and they needed it, and they use great supporting utility from to, you know, every time they stack the site, they got a nice thing going on here. It's a very nice CT side to watch, I'd say. And the way in which he's aggressive, he looks very... I think from the other perspective, it would look like he was teleporting around. But from Yakinder's perspective, it's just quite deliberate, I guess is the right word, with his rotations and his timing. So he gets to where he needs to be fast. Doesn't spend a whole lot of time walking. Not on this map. Not in general. It has to end. Oh, this is the round. This is the round. This is where he could feel it. Look at it. He's running through the molly again. Trying to beat that timing. This round was tragic, but I think if I have the right game... But it's an instructive round, and it's also just one that shows, and it epitomizes Yakindar. It epitomizes him. I think this round exemplifies what his value is to VP and how he improves. And this is also just CT side, but it's both the confidence that allows him to get what he wants out of a round, the map control he brings just by himself. They don't even use utility for some of the peaks that he takes, but they have a nice balance between using utility for him to get map control and stuff. And also his intuitions are great, right? So here he ends up dying, and yeah, that was it right there. It was like that was the only time that he's ever peaked banana and died. And then what happens? The site gets lost, and the round is lost as well, and Liquid win. The only time, this is the only time in the whole half Yakinder died without getting anything, just off the half wall jump, and it shone a spotlight on Yakinder, right? But for good reason as well. I mean, yeah, for a good, honestly, not a bad reason at all. That's going to happen in once in a while, and if they didn't start 14-5, they would have been allowed to lose a round like that. What we saw was a super solid CT, game plan, execution, Yakinder, prime confidence. That's how you play banana when you're feeling it, and those nades were really good, and the aim was super solid, and everyone was scared of him. And I could see how he's beating the timings, taking that some small amounts of Molotov damage. He was using that as a like a, you know, as a resource. Actually, the molly's still being up. He wasn't thinking about it, and he just wasn't respecting them. And he was also using it against Liquid, who were trying themselves to play well and get out right after mollies with the flash and everything like that. But a number of times they got punished for it, and that's it. That epitomizes Yakinder, because high volatility player, but also super solid aim, great stats throughout the year, and that was a good example of it. So there we have it, Yakinder, and he is coming in hot this year. I honestly so impressed, so surprised. 11 for me. I've got him all the way up here. Great work this year, man. Great work. Okay, all right. And as always, be safe. Who you got for tomorrow? Let me know in the comments below.